In the years that followed, Winshan village no longer laughed like it once did. The laughter of children grew rare, then vanished completely. Parents wept at the edge of Lishu River. Candles floated downstream like fallen stars, carrying the names of those taken. The disappearances had grown. No longer just children, now grown men and women began vanishing, drawn by whispers in the night, vanishing without a trace. The villagers were haunted, and fear bled into their bones. They turned to the old priestess, Mother Jing, the only one left who remembered the days before the silence. She emerged from her shrine wearing robes stitched with prayer symbols and bells that chimed against unseen winds. Her face was marked by the river's sorrow, her eyes milked with wisdom. She called the villagers to gather under the twisted moon tree. "There is a lie among you," she said, voice brittle as old parchment. "The one who walks with Mei Lian's face is not of this world. She is not human, and those taken have not drowned, they have been consumed." A gasp rippled through the crowd. "But why?" someone asked. "Why us?" Mother Jing raised a gnarled hand. "Because she is feeding. Xiu Ying wears Mei Lian's body like silk, but her hunger remains. And now her thirst stretches beyond jealousy. She devours souls to anchor her form to stay in your world." The villagers wept. Some screamed, some turned and fled. But then the priestess gave them a strange task. "You must find the abandoned three. Zhen, Li Hua, and Xiu Ying. They were not destroyed, only unremembered. They live at the edge of forgetting, between dream and shadow, where lotus flowers rot upside down." "But how do we find them?" a boy cried. Mother Jing's bells rang again. "Follow the night birds that sing at noon. They guard the path to the weeping forest. And when you find the three, do not speak their names. They no longer remember themselves." So a party was chosen, 7 villagers, one from each family who had lost someone. They carried lanterns filled with blood lotus oil and stepped beyond the last rice field, past where the maple trees grew sideways, into the forgotten woods. The forest was wrong. Trees whispered secrets and voices that belonged to dead grandmothers. Shadows peeled off trunks and slithered across the path. Their lanterns flickered, even when the wind was still. On the 3rd night, they found Zhen. She sat beside a dried river, carving words into the ground that vanished before they were read. Her hair had turned white, and her eyes were mirrors. When she looked up, she didn't speak, she sang. But her voice made their ears bleed. They tied red strings around their wrists, just as Mother Jing instructed, to keep from forgetting themselves. Further in, Li Hua danced in a clearing of bone trees, her limbs snapping like marionette strings. Her silk was torn, her feet raw. She danced not for joy but to keep something trapped beneath the earth. Then, Xiu Ying the healer was found beneath a pond where no water moved. She whispered lullabies to stone children, her touch turning fish to glass. Each one was broken, twisted by the memory of what they had once been. And yet, when the villagers lit incense made from crushed forget-me-not seeds, something shifted. The 3 turned their faces to the smoke. Their eyes shimmered, and for one breath, they remembered. Zhen spoke first, voice like dry reeds. "She wears a face that is not hers." Li Hua's cracked lips trembled. "She bound us in forgetting, but forgetting cannot hold forever." Xiu Ying's hands pulsed with a faint golden glow. "If you bring us to the river, we can undo it. But we must go willingly, and one of you must take our place." The villagers hesitated. Who would stay behind in the land of lost memory? That night, one of them, a girl named Ru, whose younger sister had been the first to vanish, stepped forward. "If I remain, will the taking stop?" Zhen nodded slowly. Ruth wept but stepped into the stream without another word. The water accepted her silently, and the moment her foot touched the river's heart, the surface split. Xiu Ying, still wearing Mei Lian's stolen skin, rose from the depths, eyes glowing like winter moons. But this time, she staggered. The 3 Zhen, Li Hua, and Xiu Ying stepped forward, no longer broken. They spoke a forgotten chant, one Mei Lian had once known before jealousy had eaten it away. The witch screamed and the skin of Mei Lian tore like silk. Wind howled, the mountains wept, then silence. When the villagers returned, the river flowed clear for the first time in years. The missing never came back, but the voices stopped. The trees no longer whispered, and no more children vanished. But every seventh spring, lotus petals still fall upward instead of down. And sometimes, if you walk by the river alone, your reflection might smile before you do. So ask yourself again, did they save the village or simply seal the curse for another time? Let us know what you believe. And remember, some mirrors don't lie. They just wait. Like, share, and follow for more twisted tales from folktales of many tribes where stories are doors, and some doors should never be opened.